Okay, for the next project, we will implement Yahtzee. I have implemented Yahtzee for you. I will provide you with the vast majority of the code, and I will have a few methods missing or partially implemented with some comments describing exactly in the code, describing exactly what I want you to implement. So this is, as I run the game, what it should look like and how it should behave. So when you first start up the game of Yahtzee, all the rules are right there on this start screen. You see the dice, and you have a little bit of instruction that says select the number of players. And if I click on any of the dice can become selected or non-selected, but nothing else happens until I click on the number of players. Let's just say that I have 3 players, so I click on 3, and then we immediately jump into the game. And the instructions are replaced with a scorecard, and you'll see that the score is filled in only for the first 3 players. And the note now says, player 1, you've rolled once, click the dice to re-roll, and then press the roll button. So this player is going to look at these dice and decide which ones he wants to re-roll, which dice he wants to re-roll. I see a 3, a couple of 4s, a 5, and a 6. That's a small straight. So there are 2 parts of the card, aces, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. You can read the instructions to see how these things are scored. But if this is a small straight, if I re-roll just one of the 4s, so I'm going to select one of the 4s and hope for a 2, then I roll again. I didn't get it, so I'm going to select it again, I'm going to roll it again. I got a 2, now that's a large straight. So once I have rolled, and every time I roll, this message down here is updated. Now it says click scorecard location. You've rolled thrice, you've rolled 3 times. And so I'm going to pick the place where I want to score these dice, and you'll note that I can't roll again. Now I can still select and deselect the dice, but then I can click on the scorecard where I want that scored, and now this player gets 40 points for a large straight. And now I see this player it is now on player 2's turn, and player 2's column is highlighted. It says player 2, you've rolled once, and all the dice have been rolled, they've changed, and it says click the dice to re-roll, then press the roll button. And I see 3 4s, so this player is going to go for 4s. And then he clicks roll. He got 4 4s, that's really good. So he's going to re-roll the 5 and hope for a Yahtzee. Did not get a Yahtzee. So you could score it under 4 of a kind, or 3 of a kind, or 4s. If he scored it under 1s, he only gets 1 point, or 2s, or 3s get no points. So you can click any spot to score the dice there. He's going to click 4s in the upper section. And then it's now player 3's turn. There's 2s and 1s. That looks a little bit like a full house. He's going to try for a full house. And didn't get it. Just scored under 1s. And you get the idea. So now it's back to player 1's turn. Player 1's going for 4s. And didn't get so lucky. Player 2 looks like player 2 is getting yeah, player 2 is really lucky. That's a Yahtzee. Now at this point he would like to click Yahtzee, but he can't. He's got to click roll the 3rd time. So roll twice, click the dice to re-roll, then press the roll button. But he's not going to re-roll any of them. He's just going to click the roll button, and now he can place it under Yahtzee. So player 3 got a little bit lucky. There's 3 5s. That's nice to start with. Ooh, there's 4 5s. But not a 5th one, so he'll score that under 5s. You get the idea. Well, let's go ahead and play through to the end. I'm going to pause the video. Okay, I played it out until it's the last player's turn. Now, if a player has an extra turn or gets Yahtzee multiple times, you can keep placing Yahtzees there, and then that player will get extra turns. The code already accounts for that, so that if it's a player's turn and their card is full, it'll skip their turn. And then when everybody's card is full, like this player, he's going for a Yahtzee. He's got 3 4s. Tries again, and no luck, got 4 4s, has to place it, and then game over appears. And so then this is the game over, and you can see the sum of the upper part goes here. If this meets or exceeds 63 points, they get a 35-point bonus. That's automatically calculated. So if they get the bonus, it adds up the 35 points. If they do not, then this is just copied down. And so this is the total of the upper half. And then each one of these is totaled for the total of the lower half. And then this number is just copied down to here, and these two numbers are added up to the bottom here. And so if you've ever done your taxes, the idea of totaling a section, checking some conditions, adding in some other thing, and then copying that value down to some other location and using it for some other calculation, that's essentially how tax forms are filled out. So you know, that's just another possible application of this kind of code, albeit some of the code that I've written is really rather ugly and not clean, but it works. And so that's how it's going to look. In the next video, I'll start walking through some of the code. In the next series of videos, I'll walk through all of the code. Thank you.